Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on last year's national champions, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Powers with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the game. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Rutgers offense will have the ball first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Scarlet Knights come to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley and knock him down for a loss. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. To the air, it's Alford. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Scarlet Knights will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Secures it at the 30. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So Penn State's offense has the ball for the first time. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here. The quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that.
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man out of the backfield. Will not get there. A fourth down. The give on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Now that they had in mind to start this drive, here comes 2nd and 13.
Well, coming into this one, the offense knew a big key was going to be getting the ground game established. They haven't been able to do that yet. They punted on their opening drive, and they have a negative play here. The first play of their second drive.
Looking to pass. It's Alford. Rushes on him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Scarlet Knights want to move quickly. The play action fake. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. A great catch and run for 6. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Back to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
The Nittany Lions are on the move. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. This drive will open from the 15. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. To the air. It's Alford. And a sack all the way back to the 5.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so done.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to the ground game on the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got it near midfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball away.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They'll try the run. Fights off a defender. Got the first down and more. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Scarlet Knights moving quickly to the line. The defense calls the timeout there. Of the day as they try to get their act together. Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Alford. Fires complete on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Scarlet Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of... on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Scarlet Knights didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Trying to run it in. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the D denied him on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Looking downfield, it's Alford. Touchdown, Rutgers! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. This quarterback part of their running game.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line. He hurls one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more at the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of... And they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the ball's free deep in his own territory. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
The give to the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air, it's Alford. Makes the grab. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Scarlet Knights want to pick up the tempo. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got an open man. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit as he throws. Got a man in the middle. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. You got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Sends it downfield. Wide open. Makes the catch. Touchdown. Rutgers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They're setting up the screen. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. It's complete to the left. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He's got it on the right. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking left. Got him downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Lets it fly deep downfield. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions.
Throws toward the end zone. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the 1st half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun 1st half. And how can we begin our analysis of that 1st half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in State College, PA.
The Scarlet Knights will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. RPO complete to open the drive. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down. And the Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Dropping back, it's Alford. Got his man quickly. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. racing to the line in the hurry-up. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Makes the grab. It's Carr. Turning it on. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address and do something different.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Back has it. He's in open space downfield. There he goes down the right side. He's at the top. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. You know, the way he's going has me churning through the old memory bank here for the single game touchdown record at Penn State. You know who that was?
I have no idea.
Well, everyone knows it was Harry Robb. Went to the house 6 times in 1917. He'll bring it out from inside. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They send the tight end in motion. The give to the tailback. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick completion to the right. It'll be 3rd and long. Using his feet. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off play action on first down. Working that left side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Scarlet Knights in the hurry-up. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. To the air, it's Alford. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Scarlet Knights will line up to punt it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Kane. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll ride the hot hand. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Penn State! And the pummeling has started.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
He leaves it with his back. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. The Scarlet Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pocket breaking down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Scarlet Knights send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Shakes up, and another broken tackle. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Kane. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Making side adjustments here. Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the day.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return you do, and a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
They'll run it on first and goal.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking for a man. It's Alford. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Complete in the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one, because you're playing man coverage. You're trying to defend a slant route.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success, because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, Dave.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's complete to the right. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. Runs through a tackle. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They've been running it, but now the pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Fires to the big fella. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Alford. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. The Scarlet Knights will punt it away on 4th down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. Pass the 1st down marker and still running. Flying down the left side. At the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Some would say run off the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And he tacked on the extra point. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
1st and 10.
One more play to pad the stats. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. When you know you have a team outclassed, The ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not